to him by you know, being back on the team and going through a series of things that I thought he should, that could make him a really good outside pass rusher, Cam Johnson. So I think the D-line is older, bigger, and stronger, and looking for good things from them. And then on the other side, the wide receiver position, Chris Bird in his own right, a healthy Tim Smith, Matt Snyder, great story there, captain, former walk-on, earned a scholarship, and some young talent, Darius Jennings and Dominic Terrell, guys that were highly recruited that chose us because they wanted to play. So being able to see and assess their skills is going to be is going to be interesting, because they're weapons that have to be utilized. So just trying to find a way to get them in the game, whether it's by packages or whether it's by rotation and play count, whatever it may be. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys.
Two guys that we talked to down here, Chris Bird and Chase Mendenfield. Chase said he was really influenced by the excitement and the leadership and the attitude that Chris Long brought back in 2007. And I think a lot of people look right at the quarterback position as having to be a leadership position. But when you look at Chase, I know he's up for some off-season awards for his community service. Do you see maybe a similarity in the way Chris Long led this team to the way Chase Mendenfield is starting to continue to become a leader of this team?
Definitely. I think that it's one of the things I talked to Chase about is that the fact that, don't attach, how come you weren't voted captain? I mean, you can be a leader without being the captain, but I think what he is, he's a guy that you can construe him as being a guy that's off to himself, a loner, but he goes out to practice early, he stays late, he takes care of his body, he's watching film. I mean, to have a father like Frank Mendenfield who was successful in the NFL is just unbelievable. And so Chase has become that quiet kind of leader that has deserved all the accolades he's gotten, because, as you said, off the field, our guys that, I'm a big community service guy, everybody knows that. He's probably the first or second guy that has the most amount of hours put in the community. That's outstanding. Guy that graduated in 3.5 years. And, that can play on the field and play at a high level. So you look at the total package of what he has, he represents everything that you truly are looking for in a student athlete and a guy that gives back to the community. So I'm looking for exciting things for him, and his leadership alone about what he says, how he prepares, that's the model. And we're fortunate that he has a father that he's benefited from, as Chris did with having Howie as his father. So something about guys that have a factor that everyone else can learn from and observe, because he goes out of his way to make sure that he's prepared, and that's what we need.
I'll let you go on this one. Last year I asked you this question, and it was, what's the goal for this team? And your response was to get better. Now, that was a common response between you and the players. It was a little vague. I asked the players this yesterday, and they said to make a bowl game. Are you comfortable with just the goal to make a bowl game, or have you set other goals for this team, specific goals?
Well, the specific goals that are to improve in every category. Obviously, we had 4 wins last year. The goal is improving that category. We went from 115th to 35th in the country on offense, to improve in that category. Defensively, the same thing. Special teams-wise, every player, we have all our kickers back. I said, hey, look, give me 7 to 10 more yards of distance because you're older, and that's field position, and those are the things that are important. So it's not necessarily trying to count up wins, but definitely want to improve in the win category. 2 games that the USC game and 4th and 20 at Duke, they convert and they go on and win. So we got to get better in a lot of situations like that. So the next time around, there is no question about the outcome of it. So and that's what I'm looking for. The GPAs to go up even higher than what they were. The community service part of it to be even more significant in the way they can change young girls and boys' lives by just being interactive with them, being around them. So anything that can be measured can be improved, and that's the whole mindset. And these guys have adopted that type of mindset. I know they might want to go on and win it all. And you want to have that attitude. You want to get back a swagger that says, listen, every game that you play, you're in. And I can see that. I can see that type of attitude developing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, brother.